Day 1, Log 1, time 0900 hours. It feels kind of weird to start my logs like this. Anyway, I'm currently landing on Val right now. The trip didn't take long at all between Gordian and this moon. Clark did mention that there was a map of each facility in the ship somewhere. Oh, here they are. Let's see here. Titan, experimentation. Val, here we go. Oh, looks like it's really big on the inside. There's multiple floors, a lot of corridors and rooms. Good thing I have 3 days to meet the quota. Let's see here. Open door. Oh wow, there is so much plant life here, which is kind of weird considering there's no oxygen. It's a good thing I got this suit on. There's plenty of trees, grass, and bushes, but I'm not seeing any life forms so far. They probably don't come out until later in the day. It's really early in the morning right now. I really hope I don't see any on the first day, especially since I'm doing this solo until Clark hires more people. He did say he would give me a heads up when they'll be hired, though. Ugh. Alright. Looks like there's a path that heads into the forest. So I'm gonna head that way and see where it leads me. I'll give an update when I reach the facility. Over and out. Day 1, Log 2, time 1100 hours. It took a couple hours, but I finally made it to the facility. Had to cross a giant concrete bridge that was over a ravine. It doubled as a dam for a river that was on the other side. There was a second bridge that looked like it would fall apart immediately if I stepped on it. It was so rusted. Seems like there's another entrance down in ravine. I think I'll check into that tomorrow. The facility's entrance is built into a big hill, and there are 2 dim lights above the door into the facility. I'm surprised there's any power left here, to be honest. Oh wow, yeah. There's definitely still a good bit of power here. But it looks like it's running on very minimum use, because it looks like some corridors have no electricity. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the rooms had no lights. It's a good thing I have a flashlight with me. I got this taser gun with me as well on the off chance I run into anything, but hopefully I don't. I'm looking at multiple corridors, and one of them has stairs going downward. Oh, look at that. I found my first bit of scrap metal. It's just some sheet metal, but you know, it's a start. I'm gonna go ahead and explore a bit, and I'll give an update when I find something or something interesting happens. Over and out. Day 1, Log 3, time 1300 hours. Okay, I'm a little freaked out right now. I just saw what looked like a huge bug about 3 feet long crawl across the ceiling and into a vent. That is definitely no bug that I have ever seen before. And I do mean it when I say it was huge. I just heard this weird high-pitched sound, and as soon as I looked up, there it was. I almost screamed. I'm currently inside what looks like a computer room. I already tried turning on some of the computers, but whether they don't work anymore or there's just no power going into this room. The sack I have is a little over halfway full of stuff, and it's starting to get pretty heavy. I think for today this is a good spot to head out. I explored a decent amount of the facility, so... What the hell is that? I don't know if the recorder picked it up, but it sounds like something's banging on metal in the distance. It almost sounds like footsteps, but that should be impossible. I'm supposed to be the only one here. Okay, yeah, I think that's my cue to leave. I'm creeped out enough as is. I really can't wait for Clark to hire more people. This is definitely not a job for me to do alone. Well, I'll end the log here and give an update when I get back to the ship. So, over and out. Day 1, log 4, time 1700 hours. I'm now back at the ship, and there's definitely some creatures living on this moon. On my way back to the ship, I saw these small bird-like creatures hopping around by the trees. They don't seem hostile, and it looked like they wanted to keep their distance from me. More good news for me, I guess. I put all the stuff I gathered in the storage cabinets they have on the ship, and I'm currently routing to the ship to leave the moon and stay in orbit. I'd say it was a pretty successful day considering all the stuff I got. I've almost explored half of the facility so far, so it looks like I'll have just enough time to explore the entirety of the facility by the last day, so that's great. I'm also going to send a message to Clark to see if he can tell me more about the creatures on these moons. Anyway, I'm going to end the recording here. I'll make another when I get back to the facility in the morning. Over and out. Day 1, log 4.5, time 1800 hours. I just received a message from Clark, and good news. He hired a second person. His name is Brandon Reacher, and he'll be here by the time I start my next quota in a couple days. I cannot wait for them to get here. It'll definitely be a lot easier with a second person to help out, and I will not be as nervous anymore. Now I just have to make it to the next quota. Alright, I'll end this update here. I'll see you guys in the morning. Over and out.